Welcome into the Newman Gymnasium. I am Jake Willett. I'm joined alongside Owen Snow. We're back for another volleyball game here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Again, I'm Jake Willett. I'm joined alongside Owen Snow. We're up high above the court here at Newman Gymnasium. It is the Husson University Dig Pink game, celebrating like awareness for breast cancer. Everybody's wearing pink. We're wearing pink. We have little pink wristband kind of things that we made, homemade, from the streamers that are hanging around the gym. So Owen, we are coming off of we're coming off of 1-1 weekend for the Eagles, beating SUNY Cobleskill in 5 sets, losing to SUNY Delhi in 5 sets. You were on the call for both of those. I was on the call for the latter of the two. But today we got two teams that have matched up before so far this season. The Eagles 5-12 on the year. Perfect. Not perfect. Perfect. 4-0 in conference play. I messed it up already at the beginning.
No, they beat Delhi.
They beat Delhi. They beat Cobleskill.
They beat them both in 5.
I'm still on break mode, man. It's still the last day, technically, of break, but whatever. Eagles 5-12 on the year, 4-0 in conference play. The Huskies 6-15 on the season, and 2-1 in the Little East Conference. Owen, these two teams matched up earlier on in the year, back in September, on the 6th to be exact. Why don't you take us through that? Little highlights from there.
Yeah, so September 6th, USM and Husson played each other. It ended in a 3-1 set win for Southern Maine. Some notable players on the USM team that made a big impact. We have Lizzie Harbister, the freshman out of Massachusetts, had 10 kills in that game. Helisick and Eubanks, MA, with 5 aces each. Squires with 5 blocks. Helisick with 21 assists, so she will be the main setter tonight. And Joyle with 17 digs, the freshman outside hitter out of New Hampshire. So USM already taking Husson. First time they played each other. We'll have to see how Husson can bounce back against them for the second time this year. See if they can pull off an upset, Jake.
Eagles and Huskies have both played 5 like opponents. We'll get to those throughout the broadcast here this afternoon. But we will step aside a quick sec, and we will turn it over to our lovely public address announcer and our boss, Zach Mills, for starting lineups, anthems, and a nice little read for the Dig Pink game. Again, I'm Jake Willett. He's Owen Snow. We'll see you in a minute.
I am Owen Snow.
Here we go. We are so back. We are ready to go. Again, Jake Willett, Owen Snow, thank you for joining us here on this Dig Pink Cancer Awareness evening here on Tuesday, October the 14th. We are just past 6:30 on the East Coast. Eagles will wear their white home uniforms with green and gold trim. Huskies will wear their navy blue away uniforms with yellow trim. Here for a good one here today, Owen.
Absolutely, Jake. Both these teams, already played each other once, like we mentioned in the pregame. So Husson looking for revenge in this one. Meanwhile, USM is looking to be 2-0 on the year against the Huss University Eagles. And both these teams, it's an out-of-conference matchup. But, those games still do matter in terms of the standings. Not as much as conference games, but they do matter.
Eagles currently sit second in the North Atlantic Conference standings, trailing only Maine Maritime Academy. The Huskies, they sit fifth in the Little East Conference behind UMass Dartmouth, Eastern Connecticut, UMass Boston, and Plymouth State.
Again, they're in a very strong conference, Jake. A lot of these teams, the top three teams, are still undefeated in conference play with above 500 records on the year. So they're in a decently good spot, but let's focus on this game tonight, Jake.
Huskies get the first serve. The lefty, Reese Helisek, getting the first serve and the first point for the Huskies here this evening.
And yeah, you see Reese Helisek, left-handed, serving. Husson, a little bit of miscommunication on that.
Helisek will fire into the serve, and Amanda Mae Morris will knock that one out of bounds. So an early start here for Reese Helisek and the Huskies of Southern Maine. So the Eagles will get on the board here with their first point, and they're going to turn it over to the sophomore, Michaela Gray, to get the opening serve here for the Eagles here on Dig Pink Cancer Awareness Night. Her serve goes off the net, and the Huskies will take back over.
Michaela Gray, very strong player on the Eagles team. In the Sunday game versus Delhi, she had a team high 17 digs in that game. 15 digs in that game.
Julia Levitt knocks down the kill, and the Eagles down by one. Amanda Mae Morris. That was Ella Kohler with the serve for the Huskies. Amanda Mae Morris with the serve. Peruti, hooker, over to Levitt. Don for a point.
And we saw Julia Levitt get on the kill sheet a lot on Sunday. 14 kills against Delhi. That was good for a team high on the team. And now has 65 kills on the year.
Neither team seeming to get any momentum. We're going back and forth. It's now the freshman Mariah Eaton. She will serve from the left side in front of her bench. You don't see that too often. Levitt. Good save there from Kohler. And that one goes out of bounds. The Eagles will knot it up at 4.
And one fun fact about this team, Jake, 4 out of the 6 starters on the USM team are freshmen. The other 2 are actually sophomores, so a very young squad, Jake.
Jana Prescorn will take the serve for the Eagles. Her serve, Kohler. Good save there from Michaela Gray and a missed hit from Julia Levitt.
Yeah, I think Levitt was trying to go for more of a tip shot rather than the big hit. Fortunately, that just rolls off her fingers in the wrong direction, and USM will get the point.
Lizzie Harvester was the last one to touch it. And Macy Almer will take the serve and get it after an error there by Julia Levitt.
Bunch of errors from both teams to start out. Husson with 2 service errors and 2 attack errors. Meanwhile, USM has 1 apiece. Make that 2 service errors now for them.
Almer was trying to go for the back corner, couldn't get it. And Leah Peliquin will hop on into this one, replacing Julia Levitt. And Peliquin will have the serve. Peliquin serve. Tipped over by Bittigan. And Michaela Gray is going to get a point for the Eagles. And we're back to even here at 6 apiece.
Just a great play all around by Gray. Getting the dig and then getting the kill. Lighten up the score sheet so far.
Peliquin. Kohler was looking for a set, couldn't get one. And the Eagles get their first lead here of the evening.
Errors so far from both teams. That was an attack error from Kohler. Unfortunate for the Huskies.
Kohler. Almer was looking for Joyle, and she's going to get a point. Couldn't get it through the wall of Alana Peruti and Jana Presscorn. Here's the serve from Joyle. Morris, Presscorn, Peruti gets one over top. And the Huskies keep it alive. Peliquin, Presscorn. And in and down for Kate McPhee.
I think the Huskies thought McPhee was going to go for the big power kill. She just goes for a little tapper, and it works out in their favor. McPhee with the kill.
Daly Foss replacing Amanda Mae Morris as the libero cannot play on the front line. Jonah Travis with the serve, just entering the game. And that one goes out of bounds. So the Huskies knotted up here at 8.
And a lot of what I'm seeing from Husson so far, they're using a lot of substitutes, trying to keep everybody fresh in this game. I mean, this is their 3rd game in 4 days, so they're probably a little bit tired, even though it was just fall break.
One of 2 liberos for the Huskies, Amelia Betty. And there's a point for the Eagles. Credit Kate McPhee there with the kill. Libero for libero replacement here as Chloe Whitaker enters the game for Amelia Beatty.
And now that's on the night. 5 kills for the Eagles and only 1 for the Huskies. They're dominating on the offensive side of the ball.
It's the serve from Peyton Hooker off the top of the net. And Joyle's going to get that one over top. Hooker, Presscorn looking for one and gets it.
Make that 6 kills now. Husson is on fire offensively.
Deflected off of Eaton and Kohler. So Peyton Hooker will have another serve with the Eagles having a 2-point advantage. Here's the serve. Eaton gets it over top. Peliquin to Hooker. Over to Gray. And that's going to get down. Eagles using the net to their advantage. And they take a 3-point lead. And the first timeout of the day called by Coach Diane Newell in her 12th season at the helm of the Huskies. We will step aside and get you Owen's thoughts when we come back. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, Jake Willett, Owen Snow here with you. Peyton Hooker to serve. Owen, what have you liked so far here in this first set?
Yeah, I think Husson's offensive game plans really worked out for them. Peyton Hooker and Jenna Presscorn doing great jobs at setting up the outside hitters. Hooker with 4 assists and Presscorn with 3 already. They're just dominating on the offensive side of the ball.
As we're in the midst of a great rally here to open up after the timeout, Kohler gets one and gets it through the wall of Presscorn and Foss.
Yep.
And the Huskies get back on the board.
That was a great try there from the front line of Presscorn and Foss. They did a great job at blocking it. Unfortunately, the bounce did not go their way, and USM gets a point.
Huskies back to the top of the rotation here with Reese Helisek, the lefty. Puts it right in the middle of the triangle of death. And the Huskies down 1 now.
And I think Helisek's serving ability on the left side definitely throws off a lot of teams, and that one, I think that can be an advantage for them.
Helisek serve. Hooker keeps it alive to Presscorn. Kohler. Helisek and Eaton. Good save there from Amanda Mae Morris. Presscorn does not get the back line. And the Huskies tie it up here at 11 apiece.
Seems so far the timeout has been working for them. 3 consecutive points, and they have the serve again.
Peliquin to Hooker. And there's a point for Kate McPhee. Eagles take a 12-11 lead. It'll be back to the top of the Eagles rotation with Michaela Gray.
Again, Hooker's set and ability is one of the best in the North Atlantic Conference. In last game against Delhi, she had 18 assists and now has almost 250 assists on the year. Very impressive stats from her as she's only a freshman.
Good rally coming through here. Hooker sets behind for Presscorn, and it's saved there. Kohler trying to get one. Morris to Hooker. Playing tag with the lights. Helisek sets. Hooker, Foss, tip shot. Helisek back over top. Morse to Hooker. Over to Levitt. Down and in for a point for the Eagles.
Just great rallying from both teams, and Julia Levitt will finish it off. And now the Eagles, 2-point lead.
Michaela Gray back to the top. Her serve. Helisek sets. Going behind. And a good kill there from Lizzie Harbister. Helisek with the fake went behind her for the set. And we're going to move on to Ella Kohler. Morse. Gray. Levitt, the jump. Channeled her inner Derek Jeter there.
Yeah, it was a great try there. Unfortunately, not able to get the right touch on the ball. So, Huskies will serve again.
Kohler. Hooker. Presscorn looking for a kill. Couldn't get it. Helisek to Kohler. Out of bounds. Eagles back on top. 14-13. Midway through set number 1.
And now both teams are starting to find their groove a little bit. Husson, I still feel like they have the edge, at least offensively.
Morris with the serve now. Helisek to Harbister. Hooker keeps it alive. Peruti back over top. Working it around. Tipped up there by Presscorn. And Helisek gets it over top. Hooker sets for Levitt. Good block up top there by Harbister. Kohler keeps it alive. And that'll be 4 hits on the Eagles. But good effort there from the Eagles here on the right side of your screen.
Yeah, like you said, Jake, very good effort on both teams. USM doing a great job at keeping the play alive, and they get rewarded for it.
Mariah Eaton serves one out of bounds. So the Eagles will get a point. Jana Presscorn will take on the serving duties. Kate McPhee checking in for Peyton Hooker. And Amelia Betty, whose older sister actually played volleyball here at Husson University just a few years ago. Kohler. Helisek. Big kill there from Haley Bittigan. Going with the classic one leg sleeve. Standing on top of the eagle in the middle of your screen. Here's the serve from Amr. And a tough luck of the draw there from Jana Presscorn.
Yeah.
And the Huskies will get a point.
Yeah, just a very unfortunate play as there's really nobody on that side. Jana Presscorn had to sprint over, and she's not able to find an eagle.
Amr serve. Couple tough bounces here for the Eagles. And the Huskies extend their lead.
Really is Michaela Gray trying to get the right dig on the ace, but fortunately she can't find any Husson players.
Presscorn over to Gray. Amr. Betty. And Joyle over the top. The bump there from Amanda Mae Morris knocked one of the ceiling lights, and it's dangling up top. 18-15, the Huskies lead. Coach Lebsack will call a timeout, and so will we. We'll see you here in a minute. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Jake will let Owen Snow here in the latter stages of set one. Macy Amr will continue her string. Presscorn sets. Big kill from Levitt. Goes out of bounds. So the Huskies add on to their lead. They lead 19-15.
Yeah, and Husson will have to try to stop this momentum somehow, as USM 6 points away from winning this set.
Make it 5.
I was just about to say, make it 5.
Look at that. We're right on the same wavelength, eh?
Exactly. That's what makes us a great duo of broadcasters. You know, we've done a couple games already this year. This is our second volleyball game together.
The serve from Amr. McPhee kept it alive. Great Betty. Set behind from Amr. Good work there from Macy Amr to set that one behind and go and get a good enough ball up for a kill.
Absolutely. USM has looked very dominant the last five minutes of this stretch. And let's see if this error right there for USM can spark some momentum on the Eagles side.
It'll be Leah Peliquin, who just re-entered the game. She will have the serve here on the right side of your screen. Serve. Kohler. Good work there from the Huskies. Presscorn setting. And that one's going to go down for a point. Amelia Betty couldn't get that one up over the net. So Peliquin will get a serve. Eagles down 4. Here's the serve. Betty. Amr. Over to Joyle, and she's going to get a point.
Beautiful kill there by Joyle. Amanda Mae Morse almost got a piece of it. Unfortunately, she's not able to come up with the dig. And USM is just going to continue to roll 3 points away.
Huskies howling their way through this set. Here's the serve from Taylor Joyle. Peliquin. Presscorn. Joyle over to Amr. Kohler can't get that one to go. 22-18 here in set one. Again, if you're just joining us, thank you very much. I'm Jake Willett. I'm joined alongside Owen Snow. We're here for the Dig Pink Cancer Awareness Night here at the Newman Gymnasium. between the Husson University Eagles and the University of Southern Maine Huskies. After some deliberation, we're going to get a substitution. Jonah Travis checking in for Alana Peruti. And Travis will have the serve. She goes on the low right block here on the basketball court, which also makes do for a volleyball court. Betty. And good awareness there from Macy Almer to catch the Eagles off guard. And in comes Mariah Eaton up here on the top. And it'll be the libero Amelia Betty to serve it up. Peliquin, Prescorn, McPhee. Gets a point for the Eagles, and it's now 23-19.
Husson needs 6 points. USM needs 2 points. It's gonna be a race. However, USM has the advantage. But maybe these couple next plays for Husson could work out in their favor.
Here's Peyton Hooker to serve, freshly into the game. Her serve. Kohler hits it right over top. Foss. Hooker sets behind. Off the net. Peliquin. Hooker looking for Prescorn. She's going to tip it this time. Betty. Excuse me, that was not Betty. That's Chloe Whitaker over there. The double libero thing really throwing me off here.
Another unfortunate bounce for the Eagles. Seems when they get a hand on it for the block, the bounces are just not going their way. And that happens, and now the magic number for the Huskies is 1.
We're back to the top of the serving rotation for the Huskies. It is Reese Helisek in her third string. Prescorn gets it over top. Eaton. Helisek tipped up by Eaton. And the University of Southern Maine Huskies are going to take set number 1 by a score of 25-19. We will step aside, and we will be back for set 2 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Mr. Brightside blasting here in the Newman Gymnasium in the break. Owen and I continuing to jam out, because how can you not jam out to Mr. Brightside by the Killers? Very fitting for volleyball, too. The Killers. Kills. Yeah. That is your joke of the week. Brought to you by Ronald's Napkins. I don't know. Here's the serve from Peyton Hooker. We start set 2. Helisack. Harvester over top. Presscorn. Hooker over to Michaela Gray, and that's going to be a point for the Eagles, and they take the first point here of set 2.
Again, Peyton Hooker's set and ability is what makes her such a great player for this Eagles team. That gives her 7 assists already, and we just started set 2.
Peyton Hooker to serve again. Helisack over to Eaton, and she couldn't get the running power slam. Peliquin now in the green libero jersey. And the Eagles here are going to get another point. Coach Lepsack going with 2 liberos here for set 2 after only opening the game with 1, being Amanda Mae Morris. Peyton Hooker. Here's the serve. Helisack over to Kohler, and she's going to get one in between Julia Levitt and Leah Peliquin. And the Huskies on the board. And fresh off the kill, it'll be Ella Kohler to serve for the Huskies. Her serve with the right hand. Levitt, Hooker, Daly Foss looking for one. Little batter between the battles of 10 up top. Presscorn with the tip. Helisack for Harvester, and she's going to hit that one with the left hand.
Yeah, that was a great set. That was a great set by Helisack and a great finish.
Levitt, Hooker, Presscorn. Can't get that one to go. So the Huskies regain the lead.
Seems like a lot of these kills that Husson trying to go for, they could either be on the line or they could be out. It's very close.
Levitt, Hooker for Presscorn. Tips one. Helisack. Harvester with the tip. Good dig there from Peliquin. Off the net. Two-hand punch there from Presscorn. Little preempted dive. Whitaker. Eaton can't get it to go.
Give credit to the Eagles defense. Great dig there by Peyton Hooker on that rally. And Husson will come out with the point.
It'll be Michaela Gray to serve. Her serve with the right hand. Whitaker, Helisack. Huskies working it. Eaton gets that point to go for the Huskies, and they take a 4-3 advantage here early in set 2.
There's great awareness there by Eaton, finding out that Hooker was just diving on the ground to get that ball over, and she kills it right where she was on the open space. Good job by USM.
Haley Bittigan checked in for the libero Chloe Whitaker, and now the other libero will come in, that being Amelia Betty, checking in for Mariah Eaton, who just had a service error for the Huskies. It's 4-4 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Leah Peliquin with the serve. Helisack. Big set and a big kill there from Bittigan.
Seems like the Huskies are going for more of those powerful kills rather than the fake tip or roll shots. They're just using their power to their advantage, throwing the Eagles off.
The serve from Macy Almer. Presscorn gets it over top. Almer for Betty. And over for Eubanks. Hem, who checks in for the first time. Set by Joyle. Eubanks over top. Levitt. Good work here from both sides. Peliquin, Hooker, Presscorn. Through the ceiling. Kohler, Hooker. Over for Peliquin. This is going to be tough. And Michaela Gray can't get it over top. Huskies 6-4 lead.
Just wasn't corralled correct. The dig wasn't corralled correctly. It kind of threw all the Eagles off, and they weren't able to get that one over before the 4 hits.
Eubanks in the game for the Huskies. She's wearing 22. She's in the middle of the screen right now. She is one of the best players to come out of the Western State Conference. She went to Antelope Valley Community College. She had a very strong run over in California. We're going to get some music playing. Get the hips rolling a little bit. Looks that we have an injury with Ella Kohler.
Yeah, like you mentioned about Eubanks. In her 42 matches she played at Antelope, she had 311 kills, 339 digs to go along with 48 aces. Just very good production overall. Gave her first team Western State Conference last year, and then this year after transferring to USM, has 108 kills already in 21 matches. Go along with 72 digs and 28 aces. Just great production all around from her. Only a junior, by the way, Jake.
We are back. Here's the serve. Gray is going to put one through the ceiling. Peliquin's going to keep it alive. Over top for Levitt. Betty. Good save there by Almer, and that one's going to go out of bounds, and the Eagles are going to get a point. It's going to be 6-5. And Jana Prescorn, the Colorado native, will take the serve. Parents in the house. That serve is going to go.
Yeah, we just learned Sunday, Jake, that her parents do come up here to watch her games, and they are very supportive of her and this Husson volleyball team. We got a chance to talk to them, Jake. They were very friendly, very nice people.
Very friendly people. Haven't seen too many parents that are not been friendly. And Peliquin's going to take that one right off the mouth. Glasses go flying. We hope she's okay. As Amanda Mae Morris is going to come into this one. Peliquin taking that one right off the face. We hope she's okay. We'll update you if she comes back into this one. And the serve from Taylor Joyle is going to hit off the net, and the Eagles are going to regain the serve, down by 2. As it'll be Autumn Ballian checking in. Here's the serve from Ballian, and that's going to go off the net. So it'll be 6-9. The Huskies have the advantage, and it'll be Betty serving here for the Huskies. The right-handed serve, Morse. Prescorn sets for McPhee, and that goes out of bounds.
It was a good try there by Kate McPhee. Fortunately, she put too much power on that one. It unfortunately ends up out of bounds.
Ballian, Prescorn sets for Gray. Over top. Eagles get it across. Betty. The one-hand set there from Macy Almer. And a big kill for Mariah Eaton.
Seems as though in the first 5 to 8 minutes of this entire match, Husson seemed like they had the edge offensively, and now since then it's felt like it's been all USM. They have just figured it out, especially after that first time out they called early in set 1. They've just been a different team.
Kohler gets it over top. Prescorn to Gray and can't get it through the wall of Huskies. Peruti can't get it through the wall of Huskies. Good work from Eubanks and Eaton's going to get the kill for the Huskies.
Every time that the ball went over on Southern Maine's side, they weren't even looking to try to set it up. They were just looking to hit it right back on the Hudson side, and it's been working out for them, Jake.
Timeout for Coach Lebsack and the Eagles. They're down 6-12 here on the Husson. Don't worry, the channel name hasn't changed. It's still the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I'm still Jake Willett. He's still Owen Snow, for what we think. That one goes out of bounds.
From what I was told last, I'm still Owen Snow,
Yep,
and you're still Jake Willett.
We're still the same people.
And this is still the Husson Eagles Sports Network.
There's no, like, parent trap thing where they switch bodies and switch names and all that jazz.
And we are still at the Newman Gymnasium.
Yep, we still are. And it's still Tuesday the 14th. And Alana Peruti will serve it up for the Eagles. Bolliant, Peruti over top. Eubanks. Kohler gets it over top. Prescorn to Peruti. Eagles going with the no libero strategy here. Here's the serve. Prescorn, let's reset here. Here we go. Bolliant over top for the Huskies. Ammer. Eaton goes with the jump. Blocked up top by Foss. Kohler blocked up top by McPhee, and the Eagles are going to get a point.
Great job by the front line of blockers, McPhee, Gray, and Foss. Great job blocking. USM had no answer, and Husson only down 4.
Alana Peruti will have a serve now. Joyle Ammer over for Eubanks. She couldn't bank that one home. That goes out of bounds, and the Eagles will have another serve.
It's great terminology there, Jake. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore.
I don't either. We're trying. Here's the serve from Peruti. That's what makes the Husson Eagles Sports Network fun. Oh, and right there, McPhee gets the point. I was thrown off because Ammer couldn't get the friendly roll off of the net there.
Nope, she couldn't. Went back on USM's side. She tried to hit over. McPhee was like, no, you don't.
No. Here's the serve from Peruti. And our side official said, no.
No good. Now Husson's got a libero back in the game. It's Mae Morris. So they're no longer doing the no libero strat.
Here is Reese Halasek, who's had a phenomenal day serving. McPhee over for Bollian. Whitaker, Halasek, Kohler. Mae Morris backing out of the way, but still gets a hand on it. Tipped over by Gray. Whitaker for Kohler, and gets that one past the diving Autumn Bollian. And the Huskies have a 4-point advantage.
Anytime Husson tries to, they think they're getting back in this game, UMaine's like, yeah, we're going to stop that and get the point right back.
Bollian, Prescorn was looking for Daly Foss, but it was placed behind. So it's a 5-point advantage here for the Huskies, if I believe so. This is the biggest advantage they've had all day. Halasek with the serve. Running power slam there. McPhee can't get that one to go. And it's now a 6-point advantage.
This Huskies team is looking very confident right now. They're not letting off the gas one bit.
Halasek with the left-handed serve. Gray is going to get blocked up top by Harvester. Bollian over top. Whitaker. Halasek. Harvester with the left hand gets blocked. Foss with the right hand gets out of bounds.
It was a very good effort by Daly Foss, putting a lot of power on that shot. She's not able to find it inbounds, however, good effort nonetheless.
Helisek will serve. She stands out of bounds on the basketball court. Here's the serve with the left hand. Ballian can't get that one to go, and the Huskies running away with this one. 18-10 here in set 2.
Yeah, they are running away with it. You would think Lepsak would call a timeout. He's actually going to call a timeout. Look at that timing.
He just read your mind. We're going to take a timeout to 18-10 Huskies here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. And we are back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Jake Willett and Owen Snow. Casey Murillo checking in for the Huskies. Reese Helisek with the serve. Morris, Presscorn. Gregg with the running power slam. Good save there by Helisek. Presscorn sets behind for McPhee. Foss, Presscorn. And Gray. That one hits the net. And the Huskies have a 19-10 advantage.
Yeah, and Lepsak calling that timeout after being down 8 to regroup his Husson team. But USM still feels like they have all the power and momentum in the world.
Helisek with another good serve. She sets for Eaton. And Presscorn corrals that one. And Gray hits that one off the top of the net. And the Huskies now have doubled their lead. It is 20-10.
And it would just take a miracle now for Husson to come back. It's almost impossible. Down 10, especially late in the set. They only need USM needs only 5 more.
Jeez, figure it out over there.
I finally did.
That one goes out of bounds. Peyton Hooker will check in. It is 20-11.
Hooker checking in just for her serving ability. 35 aces on the season.
Wearing the bright pink laces on her shoes. Kohler gets blocked up top.
Blocked up top by Jana Presscorn. Did a phenomenal job there.
You know who else is phenomenal? AJ Styles. Here we are. We're back. Kohler. Helisek. Joyle over top. Set by Ballian. Ballian's going to get it back, and she's going to put it out of bounds. 21-12.
One thing I want to mention is USM has 8 aces as a team. Husson only has 1. I think that's a big reason why USM's been able to come out on this dominant run here in set 2.
22-12 after another ace. So scratch everything Owen just said for Southern Maine. Kohler with the serve. Mae Morris.
9 team aces now.
There you go.
It.
Presscorn with a big spike up top. And she's going to tip it this time. Gets it over the wall. Whitaker. Murillo. Morris. Hooker. Foss. Helisek. Hooker. Whitaker. Joyle over top. Bodies are hitting the floor. Helisek. And Joyle can't get that one inbounds, and the Eagles will get a point.
Yeah, and Husson not letting USM run away with it entirely. They are getting their points and their chances, but still, it's a long hill to climb, Jake.
Kimberly Daniels with her first serve after checking in moments ago. Kohler, Helisek over top. Can't get it over top, actually. 22-14.
It'll be very interesting to see how Husson will play this out rest of the set.
Here's the serve from Daniels. Helisek sets for Eaton, and she's got a power one home.
There was definitely no way for Hooker to corral that one. She was not ready for it, and now the magic number is 2.
Here is Mariah Eaton with the serve. She goes up with the right hand. Morse, Hooker for Levitt, and that one's out of bounds. 24-14. Southern Maine trying to end this one. A set point incoming for Mariah Eaton. Here's her serve with the right hand. Daniels, Morse looking for Levitt. Levitt with the running attack. That one goes off the net. Southern Maine takes set 2 by a score of 25-14. We'll see you for set 3. Back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network here for set 3. Reese Helisek will start it out for the Huskies.
And USM just taking the first 2 sets pretty easily, to be honest. Let's see if Husson can avoid a sweep.
And the Eagles are going to get the opening point.
Yeah, I believe that was tipped by one of the USM players and just went out of bounds, so Husson will get the point.
Kimberly Daniels will get the opening serve here for the Eagles in set 3. Her right-handed serve popped up. Halasek looking for Joyle. She's going to get it over Hooker. Set. Presscorn gets it to go. Bada bing, bada boom, and the Eagles have a 2-0 lead.
It was great. Great awareness and great placement on the kill by Jana Presscorn. Good dive and try there, but not able to come up with it.
2-0. Eagles have the lead. Again, if you're just joining us, Southern Maine has a 2-0 set advantage, winning the first set 25-19 and the second set 25-14. Here on Dig Pink Cancer Awareness Night. Joyle puts it through the ceiling. Kohler's going to get blocked up top. Halasek for Harvester. Morse. Presscorn. Whitaker. Harvester. Good rally here. Halasek puts it over top. Morse. Presscorn. Gets it to go for the Eagles, and they have a 3-0 advantage here early in set 3.
And this team's looking like how they did to start the first set, Jake. Just pure confidence and great ability to produce offensively.
Here's the serve from Daniels. Halasek for Eaton with the running power slam.
And the Huskies able to stop any momentum from the Eagles side. And it was a good job on them on that kill.
Here is Ella Kohler. Her right-handed serve. Levitt. Hooker back to Levitt. That's blocked there. And the Eagles are going to get a point thanks to Daly Foss.
Again, great awareness from the Eagles, specifically Daly Foss. Just tapping it lightly and getting the point.
Here's the serve from Amanda Mae Morris, and it goes off the net. And the Huskies will have the serve now. It'll be Amelia Betty, wearing the yellow libero jersey for the Huskies. Here's the serve. Hooker back for Levitt. She's going to get the friendly roll. Halasek for Joyle. Balliant keeps that alive. Presscorn gets it through the wall. And the Eagles have a 5-2 advantage.
This is the best start the Eagles have gotten all night, thanks to the great offensive production by the likes of Jana Presscorn, Daly Foss, Peyton Hooker, you name it. They're doing great.
Here's the serve from Jana Presscorn. Joyle Halasek over to Harvester. Balliant, Presscorn. Levitt. Betty Halasek. Joyle with the left hand. Presscorn sets for Levitt. She goes over with 2 hands. Tipped up and down. Up and down for Haley Bittigan.
Great job by Bittigan. Another freshman on this Husky side. Great middle blocker with 59 kills and 12 assists. She was the Little East Conference Rookie of the Week all the way back in early September, Jake.
Morris. Presscorn. Levitt. Gets it over the wall. There is Eubanks. Morse. Peruti can't get it over top. And it'll be a point for the Huskies. They're starting to work their way back into this one here in set 3. Macy Almer continues to serve for the Huskies. Right-handed serve goes out of bounds. Leah Peliquin checking back into the game. She will get a serve after early in set 2, took one right off the face. Glad she's back and into the contest. She will serve. Blocked up top there by McPhee. Almer, Prescorn, Daniels. Back into the game, Betty. Joyle can't get it to go, and the Eagles have another point. 7-4.
And they are looking like the much better team here in the third set. Just making all the right plays and doing it very effectively.
Peliquin with the serve. Kohler. Almer. Joyle over top, and it goes out of bounds. And the Eagles have doubled their lead. It's now 8-4.
Just capitalizing on mistakes now. Husson, again, continuing their great run.
Almer sets for Bittigan. Prescorn looking for McPhee. McPhee is going to fire one out of bounds. And it'll be 8-5. It'll be Taylor Joyle with the serve here for the Huskies. They're down 8-5 here at the Newman Gymnasium. Daniels is going to keep that one alive, and it's going to go into the triangle of death. And the Huskies get a point.
Seemed like there was a little bit of miscommunication from Peruti and Prescorn. And just is an unfortunate play for Husson.
Daniels to Prescorn, back to Daniels, and the miss hit works in the favor of the Eagles, just like she drew it up. It's 9-6.
And I think her miss hit threw the Huskies off, and that's how she was able to get that late kill on the play.
It's just like in baseball. It's like you get a hit, it's a weak hit. It doesn't matter. That's not what goes in the book. It just goes in the book as a hit.
It's what we call a blooper, Jake.
Bloop. Bloopy doops. And Alana Peruti will check in. Here's the serve. Kohler. Almer sets behind for Eubanks. Peliquin. And Daniels gets it over top. Joyle. Kohler gets blocked up top by the final boss, Daly Foss. McPhee looking to put it over top. Peliquin. Prescorn for Daniels, and that goes out of bounds.
Again, a lot. Great tries from the Eagles. We saw McPhee and now Daniels have great hits, but unfortunately both of them went out of bounds. But they still continue. They have a 3-point lead right now, and they can still continue with their dominance.
Here's the serve from Haley Bittigan, and that clips the back line, and it'll be a point for the Huskies. They're down 2.
That definitely could have gone either way, Jake. It's a very tough call for these flagmen.
And that one's going to be a point for the Huskies.
Huskies now fighting back in set 3. And remember, they have the 2-0 set advantage.
Here's the serve from Bittigan. McPhee. Joyle knocks it up. Kohler with the tip. And the finish.
Great dive and try from Prescorn. He's not able to find it. Give the Huskies the tie.
10-10. Midway through set number 3. The Huskies have a 2-0 set advantage. Bittigan's serve goes out of bounds. A line drive into the back.
We just love using baseball terms tonight, Jake.
Oh, I'm just trying, man. We're trying to have fun here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network.
I can definitely assure you that we are having fun. Definitely.
Here's Peyton Hooker freshly back into the game. I mean, it was a line drive.
Yeah, it's a great term to use.
Dale would always tell us we have to write down a whole bunch of different terms for different things. You brought it up Sunday. Doc Emmerich had a whole sheet where he would put 20 different terms for different things.
I mean, He had a PhD in communication. He knows probably every word in that dictionary.
Probably.
By memory.
Kohler's going to tip that one over top.
That's who I inspired to be one day, just being able to know every word in the back of my head like it's nothing.
Doc Emmerich is always such a good, it's a good role model.
And then playing the old NHL games like NHL 18, NHL 19, hearing his voice just on the video game broadcast.
We're back here at Bangor, Maine for... I can't do it. Here we go. Prescorn going for a kill. It's going to bounce off the hand of Macy Almer, and the Eagles are going to get a point. They lead 14-10 and a timeout for Southern Maine, and we're back. Actually, we're not back. We're going to be back here in a minute and 7 seconds here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Fourteen to 10 here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I'm Jake Willett. I am joined alongside Owen Snow. And now it's 14-11. Maybe I should just keep my mouth shut sometimes, but I can't do that because I'm the play-by-play guy.
Exactly. You're the play-by-play guy. You have to talk the most.
Couple substitutions here for Southern Maine, including Reese Halasek.
I get my break from play-by-play because I have to do it Thursday.
Yeah, you're welcome for that, by the way. Here's the serve for Halasek. Peliquin. Back to Prescorn, and it goes off the antenna, which we learned on Sunday.
We learned it wasn't a candy cane pole-looking thingy.
Yeah.
We learned it was an antenna.
Even though that's probably more like a fun name for it.
And actually, there's terms for both of them. Left antenna, right antenna.
Look at
Who
us.
would have thought?
You learn something every day. If you're not learning, you're
mostly every day.
Halasek keeps it alive. And Murillo freshly into the game.
USM again coming back. They're not giving up anything whatsoever.
Halasek didn't like the way the antenna was, so she screws it back into place. She will have another serve. With her team down 1 point here at the Newman Gymnasium, make it down 2 points. Peliquin coming on out for Julia Levitt. It will be Kimberly Daniels will have the serve. Here's the serve with the right hand. Powerful serve. Whitaker to Halasek. They're running power tip because it wasn't a slam this time. Hooker. That time it was a power slam from Julia Levitt. Murillo. Nice hands over there by Carl Lebsack.
I'm just going to say this, Jake. If USM wants to get out of here in 3 sets, they're going to have to clean up their errors. They've committed so many, especially in this set alone.
Kimberly Daniels looking to try and draw another error. Here's the serve.
She drew an error on her own.
On her own self.
That's what we call the announcer's jinx.
That is the announcer's jinx right there, my friend. It'll be Ella Kohler to serve now.
I bet you won't say that again.
Nope. Here's the serve. Hooker for Levitt. Point for the Eagles.
Julia Levitt, team high 7 kills now on the night. Again, she's one of those very powerful outside hitters. She's been here for a long time. In her graduate year, 568 career kills coming into tonight's contest, Jake.
Amanda May Morse will serve it up. Off the top of the net, gets the roll. Halasek try to catch the Eagles off guard. A couple bodies hit the floor. And a big kill there for Julia Levitt.
And now she leads the whole game in kills with 8. And this set is her set, Jake.
We got a very weird celebration over here. It's a bench press. The Eagles were using, there's a point there for the Eagles, Amanda Mae Morris. I was so caught off guard with the bench press celebration. They were using Julia Ellis as the bar.
Yeah. If we see another consecutive point from the Eagles, I wouldn't be surprised one bit if Coach Diane Newell calls a timeout.
It is 19-14. Joyle tips it up. Peruti gets it back over top. Whitaker, Helisek, Eaton. Good dig there from Mae Morse. Levitt puts it inbounds, and the Eagles take another point. It's 20-14.
This is the first time all night, Jake, that they have actually hit the 20-point mark. They weren't able to hit it in the first 2 sets. And Jake, they are looking dominant.
Here's the serve from Amanda Mae Morris. Kohler, Helisek, Eaton. Kept alive, Levitt. It's going to put it out of bounds.
Your excitement, and then you drop it all the way down.
Well, my depth perception is so off, being so high up. It looked like it was going to hit the back corner, but it clearly was not.
It was a good try, though.
Amelia Betty will serve it up for the Huskies. That one's hit up in the air. Presscorn dancing around the stats table. Joyle tips it up. Hooker for Presscorn. Gets the point. It's 21-15.
Again, if Husson could just continue their dominance, next 4 points is theirs, and they could take their first set of the match.
There's the timeout. Eagles up 21-15 here in the Husson Eagles Sports Network. The Husson men's soccer team below us, they are getting the whole building riled up in that timeout. Jana Presscorn will serve, looking to capture 4 points for the set win for the Eagles. Kohler, Helisek, Joyle, and it's going to be a point for the Huskies. It's 21-16.
Deflected off by the Eagles, so USM will come out with the point, and now only down 5. It's still a long hill to climb. It's not over yet.
Almer and Eubanks checking in for the Huskies. And Macy Almer will have the serve with the Huskies down 5 here in the late stages of set 3. Almer serve. Balliant. Peruti looking for a kill. Big work there from Julia Levitt, and it's going to be a point for the Eagles.
She's going to hit that celly, Jake. She is amped up right now, and the magic number for the Eagles is 3.
Coach Beatrice Tercey dumbfounded on the sideline. She just sat down after that. Get the celebration there from Julia Levitt. Those look like our dance moves over there. Almer for Bittigan. 22-17. Taylor Joyle will serve. Here's the serve from Joyle. Presscorn tipped over by McPhee. Kohler tried to catch the Eagles off guard, and that's going to bounce off the stat table and hit to the other side.
And yeah, just that tap back from the Huskies. Kimberly Daniels tries to hit it over again, but unfortunately goes out of bounds. And now it's a 4-point deficit for the Huskies.
Joyle with another serve. Morris. Bad hit there. 22-19. The Huskies trying to come back in this set here.
It's never over until it's over, Jake. They could very well come back, but they would need a couple more strong consecutive sets because the Eagles are so close to that 25 mark.
Building coming alive thanks to the Husson men's soccer team below us. Kohler! Good save by Prescott. Peliquin over top. Ammer back over top. Daniels! Ammer sets. Finnegan blocked by Peruti. Kohler. Betty. Ammer over top. Peruti. Prescorn. McPhee with the running slam. Betty. Eubanks. Prescorn. Daniels. Ammer keeps it alive. Kohler tips it, and a point for the Huskies.
What a rally we had, Jake. I believe that was the longest one we had this whole night. Both teams not giving up, but just great ability on both ends. USM will come out with that one and give credit to the kill by Kosher.
Joyle's serve goes out of bounds. It's 23-20. The men's soccer team is fired up below us. It'll be Alana Peruti. Her serve. Kohler. Ammer back to Kohler. Blocked. But it goes off the antenna. And it's now 23-21. This is the most competitive set we've had yet this evening.
Absolutely, Jake. USM ran away with the first two sets, but Husson is able to keep this lead in set 3. USM not giving up.
It is Haley Bittigan. She serves out of bounds. 24-21. Set point here for the Eagles. And it's going to come off the hand of Peyton Hooker.
She holds the set point right now for the Eagles. And Ace right here puts this one away.
Here's the serve. Kohler. Ammer. Over to Eubanks. Blocked up top by the final boss, Daly Foss!
Have a set, Daly Foss. Great job there all around. And the Eagles will win their first set of the night, 25-21.
Eagles win set 3, 25-21. More action next on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Set 4 on the horizon here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. I'm Jake Willett. I'm joined alongside Owen Snow. Still. Against my will. Never mind. I'm just kidding. It's set 4 here at the Newman Gymnasium. Peyton Hooker will have the opening serve here in set 4. Here's the serve. Joyle Helisak. Running power slam from Mariah Eaton. Good work by the Eagles, and nobody's there.
It's a great second effort by Peyton Hooker. And then USM able to hit it on that side. Nobody's at the front line of Eaton. Doing very well right now.
Ella Kohler with the opening serve for the Huskies. Daly Foss mistimed the jump.
And Daly Foss able to get the game-winning kill, or the set-winning kill, last set where Husson took it 25-21. She's not able to time that one, however.
Morris, Presscorn, Foss over top. Whitaker, Helisak, Harvester, out of bounds. And the Eagles have their first point of set 4.
And I hope we see another competitive set like we did last set, Jake. That was really fun to call and really fun to watch.
Absolutely. Kimberly Daniels, after not playing in the first set, she's getting some serious time here in the late stages. And a set ace. Pinpoint accuracy from Kimberly Daniels.
That's like hitting top left on the strike zone. Just perfect pinpoint placement accuracy.
Here's the pitch.
The pitch.
Lizzie Harvester. Presscorn played it over top. Hooker with the right hand. Whitaker. Helisak. Mariah Eaton. Saved there by Peyton Hooker. Around the stats table. No good.
Oh, great effort, though, by Julia Levitt. If she was able to get that one over, that would have been very impressive. However, credit the point to the Huskies.
If she would have hit that one over, I would have said that was better than Jeter's catch when he took 4 steps and dove over the end of the stands. That one goes out of bounds.
That one went in the bleachers.
In the bleachers. Just like Derek Jeter unnecessarily did on that famous day when he made the catch. Betty Bolliant. Morris. Levitt. Helisak. Bit again, blocked up top, and it spins back. And the Huskies have a 5-2 lead. Any day to trash on Derek Jeter is just a great day. Amelia Betty here with the serve. Morris, and Hooker couldn't keep that one alive. So it's now 6-2. Southern Maine starting to run away here with set 4.
Yeah, they've gotten into a groove in this 4th set. They've done a great job, and now they just got to not let up.
Levitt. Good save there by Kohler. Presscorn. Can't get it to go. Helisak for Harvester. And it gets through the wall of Levitt and Foss.
Give credit to that rally from Ella Kohler, the sophomore outside hitter out of Ohio. Does a great job on both sides of the ball. In the kill sheet and the dig sheet. She did it all there.
Early timeout here for Carl Lebsack, and we'll take one too. See you in a minute. We are back here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Here's the serve from Amelia Betty. Peyton Hooker with the set, looking for Julia Levitt. Kohler, Helisek, and a point for the Huskies. That is Taylor Joyle with the kill. 8-2. The advantage for Southern Maine.
It's just crazy to see all this young talent for the Huskies impacting the game in a big way. As Joyle, just a great freshman on this team with 74 kills and 104 digs. He's had a great night tonight, too.
Harvester. Hooker for Presscorn. Harvester. Bittigan blocked up top. Presscorn saved by Kohler. Over top. Peyton Hooker for Daly Foss. The left-handed tip. Pounded down by Haley Bittigan. 9-2 Huskies.
Haley Bittigan, that gives her 7 kills on the night. And now, after Husson was leading the whole game in kills, it felt like, now USM is leading kills 35-27. On a roll this team is.
A great serve from Amelia Betty while Owen was yapping his mouth. It's 10-2. Ballian. That's going to be a tough save. But Amanda Mae Morris is going to do it. Kohler. Helisek. Bittigan blocked. Ballian. Hooker. Foss. Down. Point Eagles.
Great job by Daly Foss, the freshman out of Bar Harbor, Maine. She's had a great night despite the 2-1 set disadvantage for the Eagles. But she's impacted the game strongly.
Amanda Mae Morris here with the serve. Kohler, Helisek for Harvester with the left hand. Ballian plays it to Hooker for Julia Levitt. Helisek sets. Harvester finishes it.
Harvester, just great production overall. Almost at 100 kills in this year alone. Only a freshman again. A great opposite side hitter for the Huskies.
Here is the serve from Macy Almer, who just checks in. Hooker sets for Michaela Gray, who just checked in. Betty tipped over top. Eagles keep it rolling. Betty, Almer, Eubanks blocked. Almer, Joyle blocked again and out of bounds. It is 12-3. Southern Maine, they are on a roll right now, Owen.
You can call it a roll indeed. It's felt like just their dominance. It's been unmatched. And the kill there from Taylor Joyle just puts the Huskies up by a lot. But Husson finally gets a point.
Kate McPhee checking in. Presscorn. Kohler, it's going to go out.
Now that looked about inside of me, Jake.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. Just a bit inside.
It was inside the gymnasium.
Just a bit outside. Here's Janet Presscorn. Betty with a save. Joyle was looking for a kill. It's going to be a point for the Eagles.
I think Joyle was asking for a deflection on the Eagles' side, but that one just went straight out of bounds.
Yeah, the ref said, nah. Here's Presscorn with the serve. Joyle off the net. Jana Presscorn starting to get the Eagles back into this one.
Again, a great all-around player, Jana Presscorn is. Actually switched her position from outside hitter to more of a setter role, as she can just fill up the box score in so many ways.
Off the hand of Ella Kohler. What a roll Jana Presscorn is on.
That she is.
She's on a streak. Here's the serve. Kohler. Almer. To Eubanks. Blocked up top. Kohler keeps it alive. Almer plays it over top. Morris to Prescorn for Peruti, blocked up top. Almer. Eubanks. Point, Huskies.
Eubanks' production just continues here in tonight's contest. She has felt like somebody that can't be stopped. Husson has no answer for her.
13-8, Huskies lead here in set 4. Taylor Joyle with the serve. Tipped over top. Prescorn keeps it alive. Levitt! Couldn't keep that one in.
Tried for the no-look hit. Unfortunately, went way out of bounds.
14-8. Taylor Joyle will serve it up here for the Huskies. Gray, Prescorn. Levitt tried for a slam. But it will be Ella Kohler that gets it to go. 15-8.
Just a great play by Ella Kohler. 9 kills now on the night.
Here's the pitch.
Was that intentional or unintentional?
That was so unintentional. I was just like, what am I doing? Oh, man. Here is the serve. Prescorn looking for Levin. She gets a point.
9 kills now for Julia Levitt. Leads the team.
Leah Peliquin checking in. She will have the serve. Here is the bowl. We'll throw some cricket in there. We'll give the cricket people some love. Eubanks blocked up top!
Blocked up top by the front of Peruti and Daniels. And one thing to point out, Peruti actually leads the team in blocks. She had 18 of them coming into tonight.
Almer sets for Kohler. She goes with the left hand. Good work there. Daniels over top. Betty sets it back for Kohler. Morse. Prescorn. Daniels over top. Kohler. Almer. Catches the Eagles off guard.
And Jake, that's what I like to call a 200 IQ play. Everyone thinks that she's going to go for the set up for the outside hitter. No, she's just going to set it over on the Eagles side, throw everybody off. And great play there.
Got to have more emphasis on the Nana.
That's your thing, Jake. I'm going to let you do your thing.
Blocked up top. And it's going to be a point for the Eagles. It's 17-11. Chloe Whitaker about to check in for the Huskies. And Alana Peruti will get the serve for the Eagles.
Peruti with only 6 aces on the season. But she's going to look to get number 7. She doesn't do it there, Jake. Oh, boy.
Announcers jinx galore up here.
Would you really call it a jinx, though? I said she's going to look for it.
Well,
she didn't get it.
Here we go. Here's Reese Halasek.
Reese Halasek, however, has 36 of those aces on the year. 37.
Here we go. Halasek with a 8-point advantage. Soccer team below us still trying to get the gymnasium into it. Peliquin. Prescorn. McPhee.
Kate McPhee on the kill sheet again. Give her 5.
Peyton Hooker replaces Kate McPhee. 19-12 here in set 4. If you're just joining us, you've missed a lot. I'm Jake Collette. He's Owen Snow. 20-12 now. It'll be Ella Kohler to serve.
The magic number for the Huskies is 5. 5 more points, and they can roll out of here with a win tonight.
Helisek sets for Harvester. She gets blocked up top. And it's going to be 4 hits on the Huskies, so it's now 20-13.
Good job by the Eagles. Again, 7-point deficit. It's not over until it's over, however.
Here's Kimberly Daniels. That one goes out of bounds. 21-13. The Huskies lead. And it'll be Amelia Betty to serve. And there's an ace. 22-13.
And great job there by Betty. Gives her 4 aces on the night.
That one goes out of bounds. So it's now 22-14. We're here in the late stages of set 4. Here high above the Newman Gymnasium. Amanda Mae Morse with the serve. Kohler. Helisek for Harvester. Hooker sets for Presscorn. Out of bounds.
Magic number now 2. They are literally this close away from the win. Can they close it out, however?
For those of you at home, Owen did like a finger motion where he's showing a very small amount. You guys aren't going to see it. This clown. Here's the Presscorn over top. Ammer. Bittigan. Morris. Hooker for Levitt with the right hand. Kohler saves that one. Ammer over to Joyle. Presscorn back over top. Betty. Morris. Hooker for Peruti. Betty. Ammer. Bittigan blocked by Peruti.
It's what makes her one of the strongest middle blockers, not only on this team, but in the North Atlantic Conference. Alana Peruti, just a great job being able to just get up there and block at her tall height of 5'8".
Kate McPhee checking in for Peyton Hooker. Jana Presscorn will have the rock to serve. 23-15. Southern Maine leads here at the Newman Gymnasium.
I wonder how volleyball would be played if the ball was a rock instead. A literal rock.
A literal rock.
Literal rock the size of the volleyball.
Man, that's a big rock.
I know. We love a joke up here.
We love a joke. Still not the joke of the day, sponsored by Ronald's Napkins. Joyle. Love it. Hammered down. 23-16.
And now Levitt gets to double digits on kills from Sunday to Tuesday. This looked very dominant.
Presscorn with the serve. Joyle. Ammer. Bittigan. Ammer plays it back over top. Presscorn sets for Peruti. She went for a spike and then went, nope.
Floater animation.
Poked it over top. As the legendary Chris Smooth would say, splash.
I used to watch his videos all the time, like back in 2015, 2016. That was prime YouTube.
Prime YouTube. Ammer sets. Joyle gets it to go. 24-17. The Huskies trying to close this one out.
They only need one more to close this one out. It's coming all down to the wire, match point.
Taylor Joyle trying to end it for the Huskies. And she will. Huskies win 25-17. Here in set 4, they take the second meeting between the Huskies and the Eagles by the same set score that they did back in September. 3-1. Owen, final thoughts.
Yeah, I just thought that USM, they were able to climb back after a slow offensive start all the way back in set 1. They were just able to continue to push back and continue. They ended up with 42 team kills. Ella Kohler with 10 kills. Mariah Eaton with 8 kills. And honestly, Jake, they just looked like the better team.
Eagles fall to 5-13. They will take on Maine Fort Kent on Thursday. The Huskies improve to 7-15. They take on Colby Sawyer on the 16th. From Owen Snow and Jake Willett here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, we thank you very much for joining us here on Tuesday night. Be a friend, tell a friend something nice. It may very much change their life. Goodbye!